It's too bad, Sam sighed one day. What is? Asked Sarah. That the railroad won't be getting any more steam engines. I'm the last one to come here, you know. They only want diesels now. Those sleek and smooth ones. What do they call them? Streamliners, Sarah answered. They're said to be fast. They used to say we were fast. I don't want to lose my passengers, Sarah. Sarah wanted to cheer her brother up, but she didn't know how. She was taking on coal and water when the yardmaster arrived with a message. There are 2 new diesels here, he told her. I want you to show them the line. Yes, sir, Sarah said, but she wondered what Sam would think if he found out. The diesels were indeed sleek and modern looking. Their names were Sylvia and Robert. One traveled forwards while the other would go backwards, and they would switch between themselves instead of needing turntables. Robert was nervous. He was worried that steam engines didn't trust diesels, but Sylvia was very friendly and soon helped her brother make friends with Sarah. With the steam engine in front and Robert keeping an eye on the coaches, they set off. The journey went very well. Sarah liked these new diesels, but was still afraid of what Sam would think. And soon enough, she found out. When he heard about it, Sam simply sighed with disappointment. This made Sarah feel awful. When Sam learned he would only be pulling freight trains from now on, he felt even worse. His crew tried to cheer him up, but to no avail. As he was collecting his train, Donovan the turbine engine whirred into the yard. "What's this?" he asked, pretending to be surprised. "A big, strong, steamy passenger engine pulling freight? Surely the yardmaster's made a mistake." Sam ignored him, trying to block him out with a whoosh. But Donovan was still bugging him. "I do feel bad for you, but that's progress. The old must make way for the new. Look on the bright side. Maybe they'll donate you to a museum. Then you can stay around forever. Too bad you'd never move again, though." "Leave him alone," called a voice. Sam was surprised to see it came from Sylvia. Even Donovan was surprised. "I was just telling him." "No, you weren't. You were being a bully. Go away, Donovan. Nobody needs to hear your nonsense." The turbine looked between Sam and Sylvia, then grumbled away. Sam was impressed. "Thank you. No one should ever have to put up with that." The 2 engines began talking, and Sam found that Sylvia understood his worries about diesels. "We can only hope to be as good as steam engines," she said. "It's sad for many of us to even think about replacing you." "That's good to know," Sam said. "I may not be taking passengers anymore, but I'm glad that if diesels will be doing it, there are diesels like you on this railroad." Sam is now firm friends with Sylvia and Robert, and even a few other diesels. Though some still give steam engines trouble, they've learned to ignore them. But as time went on, and more diesels arrived, the steam engines began to wonder what really would happen to them. But that's a matter for another time.